The Hong Kong General Post Office in central Hong Kong is slowly vanishing. Marked as the headquarters of the Hong Kong Post, the building has played a large significance in facilitating Hong Kong's post from the 70s to present day. In 2017, it was announced by the Hong Kong SAR government that the building was to be replaced by a shopping complex and an office complex. The headquarters of the Hong Kong Post will be moved to Kowloon Bay, with a new postal complex being built. As of now, the plans have not been cancelled. Designed by architect K.M. Tseng, the post office building has 5 stories and follows a modernist and brutalist style. The building was aimed to be taller, however, due to the requirement that it should not be obstructed by any other building in the front, the size became severely limited. The building was not very liked by architects, with many commenting that the building had no speciality in terms of its architecture, and it was described to be merely functional. The place where the building does have speciality, though, is being the headquarters of the Hong Kong Post. Aside from the postal services, the General Post Office of Hong Kong also provides administrative functions regarding Hong Kong Post. This includes managing operations, logistics, and other administrative tasks associated with the postal service. Additionally, it's also important to consider the historical significance. Built in 1972, the building is a prominent architectural landmark in Hong Kong. It represents a piece of the city's history and architectural heritage, attracting tourists and visitors who appreciate its design and historical value. Many heritage conservationists express strong opposition to the demolition of the General Post Office building. They are strong believers that the Hong Kong General Post Office serves as a part of the city's modern heritage. While the building's architecture may not be remarkable, demolishing the building would erase another part of Hong Kong's architectural heritage. Lastly, there are also quite a few who see the architectural beauty in the building, recognizing its functional and simplistic design as a testament to successful architectural planning.
Several other stakeholders are impacted when the General Post Office no longer exists, such as customers who use the postal services frequently. The central location of the General Office allows customers to save their time when posting or collecting packages. It may cause inconvenience to the customers who live or work in the central district. This might also require them to travel a longer distance to access postal services. This could disturb their business by disrupting their plan of sending documents and packages. The local community might also be affected, As the General Post Office has its culture and historical values, people who work and live in the Central District may have bonds and emotional attachments to this building. They may feel nostalgic about the disappearance of the General Post Office. It might also lead to a feeling of loss in the community. For the employees of the post office, some may be worried about their potential job displacement or changes in their working environment. They have to adapt to the new working environment, while others may see it as an opportunity for growth and improved facilities. The General Post Office in Central is facing an impending disappearance because of the plan Urban Design Study for the new Central Harbor Front (UDS). The government plans to demolish the General Post Office for commercial development and relocate the post office services to Kowloon Bay. To address the concerns about the preservation of the General Post Office, several actions are being taken. To start with, there is public opposition among different local communities, heritage conservationists, and citizens. They have voiced their criticism towards the demolition of the General Post Office. For example, Docomomo Hong Kong, a conservation organization, opposes the demolition of the General Post Office. It hopes to preserve it for future generations by maintaining its original function or renewing it for the public. Conservation supporters also urged the government to reconsider the plans and find alternative solutions to preserve the General Post Office. In addition, some groups such as Original Vision and Architecture Commons have proposed alternative plans that suggest different approaches to retain the Central Post Office. They suggest preserving the General Post Office while constructing underground levels for commercial use and reconstructing the General Post Office building for other uses, such as a cultural and community center as well as a museum.